What's up, everybody? It's the RCLman here. Welcome to RCL Podcast, your weekly podcast for video game news and channel updates. If you would like to join us, go to youtube.com/theRCLman and subscribe, like, follow, hit that bell. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube really pushing the like and the bell button. So pushing to tell people to do that more. And I don't know if there was an algorithmic change that we just didn't know about publicly. I don't know. Anyway, today we got to talk about some cool stuff. Oculus is getting hand tracking, or I guess has already gotten hand tracking, limited, but we'll talk more about that later. Minecraft cross-platform, finally it's here. We'll talk about that later. But first, before we get into new stuff, Sony's State of Play, their little YouTube video or live stream thing where they, just show off some new stuff. That will be today when this video comes out. Before this video comes out, it will have already happened. I think I'm going to go onto Twitch and do a react video to it and just see, if it's good, I'll put it up on YouTube. If it's not, it'll just live on Twitch for a little bit. And then on the 12th, by the way, possible Resident Evil 3 remake going to be shown during that State of Play. We'll see. It's been leaked. That's what's going to happen. Who knows? But then on the 12th of December, the 2019 Game Awards will be up. And I'm probably going to try and do some kind of Twitch stream or Mixer stream around that where I watch it and react. Again, if it's good, maybe put the highlights up on YouTube. We'll just see. But also, one more thing before we go into news. The PlayStation Plus games this month. I'm going to tell you what those are. The first one is really good. If you have PlayStation Plus, you should go play this game. It's got a really, really good single-player campaign. It also has multiplayer. Unfortunately, I already bought it. But even with that fact that I've already bought it and I'm not really getting it for free, I'm still recommending, hey, go play this game. Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 will be free to PS Plus subscribers, so that's really cool. Go check it out. It's really fun. If you play that game, you can see how Respawn went from that to Apex Legends. And there's some weapons you'll recognize in there if you played Apex Legends before. So it's just check it out. Good campaign, everything. The next one that's free, It's always one good one and then one that's you know what I mean? It's Monster Energy Supercross, which is it's a supercross game, dirt bike racing game. I imagine it is a drought of content. I imagine that there's minimal amount of content in that thing. But I might download it because I was a big fan of the ATV versus BMX. No, not BMX. MX versus ATV. The dirt bike versus ATV series that they used to have. Not them specifically, but I used to play those games all the time, so I'll be interested. Anyway, let's jump in to video game news, shall we? So the first bit of video game news today, new Bioshock is in the works. Now, if you don't know what Bioshock is, where you been? Where you been, man? At least I know that I played the first one because there is a big twist there at the end that makes it that's one of the greatest twists in video games that happened, or at least throughout the game they peppered in this certain thing, and by the end there's this payoff of this thing that you didn't even know what was going on. It was just great. It was great if you play it through the first time without having it spoiled. I don't think I played the second one, but then the third one, Bioshock Infinite, that was great. Anyway, 2K announced they are making a new Bioshock game. They have made a new development studio called Cloud Chamber. It's got two parts, one in Montreal and one in San Francisco, I think. I looked it up. Anyway, doesn't really matter. There's really no details on the game at this time. They just said, we're working on it. It'll be in development for several years. So that's about it. You know what I mean? It was so weird because Bioshock is this weird sci-fi game / horror, a little bit of horror. It's weird because the first one and the second one definitely had some horror elements to them, right? I remember it was the big daddies on the second one, or sorry, the first one. Those were they're not horribly scary, but they're scary. I don't know how to explain it. So I mean, I would look forward to seeing what that new game is. it's weird because I just have that weird storied reaction or storied history of Bioshock where I loved some of it and I didn't like some of the other ones. But I'm really interested to see the world that they create, because with the first one and the second one, it was Rapture. It was like an underwater, like sea lab type situation where it was like a whole city underwater where you could do all of these taboo scientific things. Like, you know, gene manipulation or whatever, you know, what was it called? Where you get the powers, like tonics or whatever, I can't remember, where it's basically like you're changing your DNA in some way, I think, to get powers. So, I mean, that's really cool. Really, you know, it will be several years before we probably hear anything about that again. Well, you know, we'll probably hear little tidbits here and there, but, you know, new Bioshock, that's the basic premise there. And then next, what I mentioned earlier, Minecraft is getting an update on PS4, not on other systems, because PS4 version is behind. The Minecraft PS4 version will finally get the bedrock version update, which essentially means it will be the same as all of the other versions across all other systems, including, and this is the big thing here, cross-platform. So this means your friend who's on Xbox and you're on PlayStation, well, you could come together and play, and that'll be cool. The only reason why really for me this kind of makes a difference is because I have a world that I made and that I've worked on, that I've done stuff to, and I don't necessarily want to destroy that world. I would love to take it and have viewers or just be able to play with other people in that world and help improve, because I'm horrible at Minecraft. So I would really like that. And so that's what I'm hoping kind of will happen eventually, just because you can do cross-platform now, or also because it's all linked with your Microsoft account now, so you can get all of your purchases. Basically, all of your purchases on Minecraft will be linked to your Microsoft account. So if you bought a skin pack on Xbox and then play on PlayStation, as long as you sign in with that account, you should be able to get all of your skin packs and things. Not only will you get that, you'll also be able to access the Minecraft Marketplace, which honestly did not know that was a thing. I know that on like PC, you can get mods. Like you have to get the Forge or whatever, and like you have to download it and everything, like Pixelmon or like Sky Factor or something. But as soon as I saw that, I went and looked at the Marketplace to see if like you could get Sky Factory or something. I don't quite understand what that is. I mean, it looks like a bunch more skins basically, but I'm sure that there's more to it. I'm just not quite getting or understanding because I've never been that deep into Minecraft. But hopefully one day, what this means, hopefully one day is that I can get a server somehow and have like an RCL server, you know what I mean, in Minecraft. Because I would love to see what people create in there, and just love to, you know, jump in maybe with viewers and see what they've done, or see, I mean, it'll probably end up like that one, what is it called? There's one Minecraft server, I can't remember what it's called. It's like G1B1 or something like that. It's like a number and a letter or something. And it's like the longest running Minecraft server, and it's got all this crazy, it's got like history and like different ages that happen within that Minecraft server. I would love for something like that to happen, or just to have, you know, a base building, or like, I don't know, just something to have another space to interact with viewers and everything. I think that would be really cool. And I know that a lot of people like Minecraft. I want to like Minecraft, and it's not that I couldn't enjoy it. I'm not the kind of person who's going to sit there and build something and take hours and hours and hours to do it when I don't feel like I'm going to get a lot back, if that makes sense. That doesn't quite make sense, because I do YouTube and you put hours and hours and hours into that. There's no guarantee you'll get anything back from it. But regardless, the main thing, cross-platform, Minecraft, hopefully I'll, you know, jump in there and actually be able to play with viewers. All right, last thing here, the big thing. And now I don't have an Oculus Quest, but this is for you Quest players. There's an update, a surprise update that was not expected. Honestly, this wasn't expected until like 2020. Not the update, but what came with the update, which is hand tracking. I think it was a few podcasts ago where I talked about Oculus had their little conference thing. I can't remember what it was called. I don't think it's Oculus Connect. It's called something, whatever, their conference. And they talked about having hand tracking. Well, now they have added hand tracking to the Oculus Quest, which, again, is not a powerful thing. Again, like I said it once, but you don't have to hook it up to your computer to get this functionality. Now, it's kind of in the experimental features. So if you go into the headset, you have to turn on hand tracking, the experimental features. It's also only on their first party apps. So like, I guess they have, I'm not very familiar with Oculus, so I don't know, or Quest rather. I don't know exactly what their first party are. I'm assuming like Instagram or Facebook, something like that, you can do hand tracking in, or maybe, I don't even know if YouTube would be a first party. I don't think it would, because YouTube is Google. But regardless, their first party apps, you can have hand tracking in. And they've said that they're going to get new developer SDKs, which is software development kits, to, game studios, so they can start implementing hand tracking into their games. And that's really cool. Like I said, that's a feature of hand tracking, not having to have a controller, that they said, I think they said 2020, or at least it was not expected to come until later, for it to kind of like surprise drop. That's really cool. That's really cool of them. I have no doubt that this was a strategic move to get the Oculus into headlines in order to sell more units, because I don't know if you guys have had the same experience I have on YouTube, but good God, those Oculus Quest commercials are annoying. Like, it's just, I watch a video and there's 5 ads in that 15-minute video, and every single one is an Oculus Quest ad, and I'm like, yo, just quit. I get it. You want me to buy Oculus Quest, okay? I don't know what you want, man. Like, I can't. But it seems just like in the old days when they had, all the toy commercials would come on. So then the kids would be like, hey, I want this. And then go to their parents and beg for that one particular item. So it makes sense, the marketing. And again, they're putting this hand tracking thing in there. Even though it's not a huge feature that's going to work on games, it will in the future. And just to show that, hey, this does work. Like, that's a big step, and I think that's really cool. I think my question is, will PlayStation have a response to this? No, they won't. Not in this generation. Maybe next generation, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all the big stuff for news. This is the first time I went through the news and was like, oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. Not the first time, but, it's been a while since I've had that kind of reaction to the news. Next up, we have got channel news. So first off, up to 428 subscribers. Last week, I think it was 425 that I said. It went up to 427, and then we backed it down to like 423 or 424, and then it went up and down and up and down. Hey, we're in the positive, okay? So let's just be happy with that. You know what I mean? Thank you to everybody who did subscribe, by the way. Twitch, still up to 89. Not really moving anywhere on Twitch. And then Mixer, I'm at 6. I don't remember where I was last time. I do stream on Mixer every Thursday and Saturday, just to put that out there. So this past week, I've been kind of slow on the videos. I did the drawing video, which took a good while, but I think it's a good video. And if I can get more drawing suggestions in the comments, you can put them here. You can basically put them in any video. I guess I'll keep the Discord channel up as well. I would like to do more of those, but I need more suggestions for things to draw. I filmed some more Reddit videos. I know the Reddit ones do well. I'm a little worried about those only because, well, there's 2 reasons, right? One of them, I'm pretty sure if I was monetized, would not be able to monetize that video, which is fine. I understand that, whatever. There's another one where there's one moment that I get super serious, like angry serious. Not angry, like super angry, but I'm just like, the angry part of me shows, and I'm like, I need to not put that out. I was thinking maybe I'll put it on Discord as like a bonus video. I've also been thinking about doing that. It's like, because I have a lot of things that I film that I don't put out because I just don't think they're good enough. But if I could do a bonus video, bonus Let's Plays, stuff like that, I feel like that might give you guys something extra who are, I guess the most invested, if that's the way you want to look at it. But anyway, so more Reddit videos should come. They're going to be probably heavily edited, I'm going to have to cut out a lot because there are some things that I'm like, you can't put this up. And then there's some things where my own reaction, I'm just like, let's not show that. Let's not show that. Let's see. So the microphone video I did a couple weeks back. Oh, my original comment was talking about the video I did. I did the drawing video, and then I did the other one. Basically, this week has been a slack week. It's not been a slack week, but I haven't been able to get a lot done. I was able to get the drawing video done, but then I tried to work on the 400 subscriber video, and that's going to take a lot more work than I thought, just because it's not coherent at the moment. Like, all of the footage is there, or I might even have to film some extra, but it's not. No, I mean, it's not there. It's not there. Like, not even all the footage is done, which kind of sucks because most of it's done. It's just that last part's not. And anyway, I just got to work on that one, and that should be hopefully the next one that comes out. It's going to take a good chunk of work to get that thing out. Let's see here. That microphone company that I did the video with, they want to work with me again, which is really cool. So I'm going to review another one of their mics, which is like this one right here that's hanging off. Not this puffy one, but on the other side of it toward me, there's a lav mic, which is the little one that you put right here. It's like if you ever watch PewDiePie, he does it. He puts it up here, which is a good idea, granted. I saw that and was like, that's great. That's a genius, man. It's probably somebody else did it, but they have a lav mic, which I'm hoping would kind of be a little bit better quality than this one. We'll just see. But they're going to work with me again, which is really cool. So I'll do a review video on that and everything. I as much as those videos don't necessarily work with everything else on the channel, I like doing those only because they're evergreen content. And if you know evergreen, it's like it doesn't ever stop getting some traffic, if you know what I mean, even though it's slow. Potentially every video has the potential to get views continuously as you leave it out there longer and longer. But, well, they all do. But with the evergreen type content, like a mic review, anybody can search that, you know what I mean, whenever they're looking for a microphone, which nowadays a lot of people are looking for microphones. So just, I feel like that type of thing would keep bringing views in, and not necessarily that I'm chasing views, but I think that's a good move as well. There's another video type that I'm gonna work on that does really, really well, and I feel like I need to work on that more, but we'll talk about it later. Last thing here is 2020 resolutions. I've really been kind of thinking about what to do. Not that that's usually something I focus on, but I feel like 2020 needs to be some sort of something. Something needs to happen. I'm starting to get more overweight, and even though that's more of a personal thing, like I'm starting to get more overweight, and not that I've ever really let that bother me. You know what I mean? Like normally I'm like, yeah, I'm fat, like whatever. Like I'll get tired playing VR, you know what I mean? Just because I'm like, yeah, that's what happens. But like, I think it's starting to kind of affect my health a little bit. So I'm going to try and do something weight-wise, something diet-wise, something, you know what I mean, to like lose some weight or try at least live a little bit healthier. I mean, this is the standard stuff that everybody else says, but I also think I want to try and do better on social media in 2020, because my social media presence, other than YouTube, I mean, YouTube's still not that great social media presence-wise, but like I have an Instagram. I literally have one post on it. That's it. I have a Twitter, and every single post is like, hey, I'm streaming. You know what I mean? That's literally the only post I do. So I think I just need to get better at that in general. And I've said it before, but I really think I'm going to try and resolve at the beginning of next year to do something about that. Also, that contest is coming up. I don't know. We've got a couple more days. We'll see if it's weird because I kind of don't want to talk about it, because I don't want to like somehow get expectations that I'm gonna win that thing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like it would be really cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the previous podcast. All right, everybody. Well, that's gonna do it for RCL Podcast number 57. I think that's what it is. If you did like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everybody. RCLman out.